Today on WBLN News, we recall that fateful day 14 years ago, learn how to participate in CLC, and the middle schoolers are honored. All this and more coming up right now.
Good morning, Belen. I'm Tavo Roy.
And I'm Stephen Kaez. And here are your news for today, September 11th, 2015. Today marks the 14-year anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attack on America. Most of us students do not remember what happened that fateful day when 19 Islamic extremists boarded and hijacked 4 individual airliners to carry out suicide missions. One plane crashed in an open field in Pennsylvania. One crashed into our nation's fort, the Pentagon, and 2 crashed into the World Trade Center buildings, more commonly known as the Twin Towers. The first plane struck the northern tower at 8:45 a.m., and only 15 minutes later, after evacuation of the buildings had just begun, the second plane crashed and created an explosion that sent fire and debris hurtling through the air onto the surrounding buildings. An hour later, the Pentagon would suffer a major blow from the third plane. With towers receiving a direct hit, the structural support was heavily damaged and melted due to the inferno caused by jet fuel, fire, and ash. We students all remember the date, but not many of us remember where we were at the time or the devastating site of the attack. Here are some first-hand experiences from our beloved teachers as they recall the day America stood still.
In 2001, I was teaching at LaSalle High School, mathematics, and the loudspeaker came on that day, and they asked us to turn on the TV because apparently there has been an emergency, a national emergency, and then we saw the first, the second airplane crash into the building. You obviously stop everything that you're doing, and we felt first we felt very angry, and the kids wanted to call home, and parents traveling, and then we felt the extreme sorrow. So I had to call my fiance at the time and let her know to turn on her TV and join in the sorrow.
Almost nothing I remember more clearly than that day, and I don't mean to sound cliche, but I had a long kind of morning ritual where I would work out and shower and get ready with no news, no anything. And so I basically got ready, spent an hour in my place, got on my bike, rode to campus. I was at Towson University, and I remember seeing like a group of people on the ground crying and just kind of thinking like, some people crying, people cry. And I saw another group of people crying and another group of people crying. And I finally got to my classroom, and it was a seminar room with a television, and it was just people standing like aghast, obviously. And one tower had already been hit, and the teacher was there. I remember, obviously class is canceled. Like obviously there's no school. Get out of here. And we basically sat there and we watched the other plane then hit the tower. And it was, I was at a school that was in Maryland, which is between New York and DC. So there was a lot of people with family in New York, and it just became 3 days of insane sadness. And there's nothing I remember more clearly almost than that day, as far as days go.
9/11, I was at home getting ready to go to work. I worked as an engineer at the time. And I was running late, and my secretary called me, and she said, are you watching TV? I turned it on, and the first plane had already hit the first tower, and I thought I was watching the movie. And my father called me long distance, and we were talking about what was happening when the second plane hit, and we were both watching in different places. And what I felt was that something really weird and different had happened that would change the world as we know it and we felt very scared. We didn't know what was happening next.
The death count reached over 3,000 innocent lives. 343 of those victims were New York firefighters who attempted to assist those who still had a chance of survival to escape. We asked the Belen community to dedicate a prayer for all those who lost their lives and their families that fateful day 14 years ago.
In Belen, next Thursday, September 15th, will mark the beginning of Christian Life Community at Belen this year. All students wishing to participate in the CLC, please report to the Cosquihuela Tuesday of next week, right after second period, for homeroom.
All high school students interested in becoming a part of the Student Advisor program Belen's peer mentoring program, please come to our first meeting on Monday, September 21st at 3 p.m. in F217. All returning members of the student advisors should also attend this meeting to receive your assignments. If you would like more information, please see Ms. Gutierrez in the school counseling office.
Congratulations to all the middle school students who received awards last night in the middle school academic award ceremony. The two highest students received gold and silver medals for each of their classes, including awards for service, leadership, and citizenship. Students also received awards for academic achievement and honor rolls. Congratulations once again.
Now let's take a look at what's going on around your hallways. Road Capital will be holding its first meeting today, Friday, September the 11th at 3 p.m. in V103. Today, the Belen Model United Nations will be holding a meeting in the Kosciuszko Dining Hall for all those wishing to join this academic year. Those interested in politics, foreign relations, or public speaking are highly encouraged to attend. The first Astronomy Club for Senior Division will be held on September 15th at 7:30 p.m. at the Observatory. The History Club will be meeting next Tuesday at 3:05 in room H221. Also next week, the Belen Photo Club will have its first meeting on Monday, September 14th in room I123. Any student interested in finding out more about Operation Smile, the first club meeting will be held on Thursday, September 24th at 3:05 p.m. in H221. The National Beta Club will be spearheading an initiative to help the homeless in our community. Throughout the month of September, we'll be collecting travel-sized toiletries. You can help by donating travel-sized toiletries that you've accumulated over your travels. The donations may be dropped off in the main office or with Mrs. Sosa in room G202. Now stay tuned as we bring you weather and sports right after these messages.
Now on to Nicholas Roca with the
Good morning, Belen. Let's take a look at your weather for today. Today we should be seeing a great day, especially for the football game later in the afternoon. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for today. Today we should be seeing a high of 90 and a low of 78 with a relative humidity at 71%. Winds coming in from the south at 9 miles per hour. It's going to be partly cloudy throughout the day. On Saturday, we're going to see a high of 89 and a low of 77 with a 60% chance of rain. And on Sunday and Monday, we're going to see both highs of 90 and lows of 78 with a 50% chance of rain on Monday and a 60% chance of rain on Sunday. That's all for your weather. Now back to you.
Thank you, Nick. Now here's Mark Novas with the sports.
Thank you, guys. The bowling team won its second match of the season by defeating Schoolhouse Prep 7-0. Freshman Jacob Whistler led the team with a high game of 144 as well as the high series, while junior Jerry Balapogi and sixth grader Justin Eckstein each contributed bowling personal bests. The team's next match will be next Wednesday against Miami Christian. Yesterday, the varsity golf team faced Columbus and Palmer Trinity at the Biltmore. The Wolverines came in second behind Columbus, only missing first place spot by less than 5 strokes. Leo Herrera and Enrique Villa led the way with scores of 37 and Jose Perez with a 38. In basketball,
Leo, how was your round and did you get off to a quick start?
I didn't get off to a quick start, but I think I had a good finish. I made a couple key putts and I hit the ball pretty decent.
What would you say was the strongest part of your game today? Was it putting, short game, or your irons, or your drives?
I was hitting my irons really well. I think that was probably the greens weren't that great, so it's hard to putt. So I think my iron game.
And playing in Columbus, either your second or third time?
Yeah, third.
Third time playing Columbus. How was it getting back and putting up a good score against them?
It's huge actually, because Columbus is a tough team. They're good players, and to put up a good score, it's pretty big.
All right, here from the Biltmore Country Club, Leopoldo Herrera III. Now back to you.
In basketball, South Stewart recorded 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists, and Alec Rods, Michael Zaharas, and David Ortiz each added 8 points as the 6th grade basketball team won their first game of the season by defeating St. Agatha 70-22. The team welcomes Epiphany on Monday at 3:45. Come support the Wolverines. In sports today, the varsity football team will take on Gulliver at 4 p.m. right here at De La Cruz Stadium. The varsity cross-country team will compete in the King of the Hill Invitational. Race time is 4:25 p.m. at Tropical Park. Middle school cross-country team will compete against Holy Rosary, St. Richard. Race time 4 p.m. at Holy Rosary. The 6th grade cross-country team will also compete against Holy Rosary. Race time is 4 o'clock at Holy Rosary. Attention players from 6th grade soccer teams interested in participating this year. Tryouts will begin next week, September 21st and 23rd at 3:30 p.m. at the Hernandez Field. In NFL news, the New England Patriots beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-21 yesterday night in Foxborough as Rob Gronkowski led the way for the New England Patriots with 3 touchdowns. Now back to you guys.
Don't forget, guys, to look your best next Wednesday, September 16th, because it's School Picture Day. Take home your picture day and share it with your parents so they can order enough pictures for friends and relatives. For more information, just go to the school website. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Tavo Roig.
And I'm Stephen Kayes. And on behalf of all of us at WBLN, thanks for watching, and stay golden, Wolverines.